Hi there, Taurus. How are you guys doing? I really hope that this video finds you well. Welcome back to the channel. It's me, Anisa, from the Inner Stereo. This is going to be your love messages. It's a general reading, so the roles might get reversed, or it may or may not resonate with you. And if this reading resonates with you, there's going to be a link down in the description box below for personal reading with me, okay? So in this reading, Taurus is going to be a you versus them format. We're going to be looking at your energy versus theirs. I'm going to be pulling card about how is your energy in the present moment. What are your challenges, past, present, future from both parties? And we're going to clarify them. And I am also going to be pulling some advice card for you by the end of the session. So, in the past, there was a connection that truly made you feel fired up, truly made you feel elevated, I would say, that truly makes you feel very, very passionate about it. And I feel that there is something about them that makes you feel this way. You probably thought that you found the one because of how grounded they felt or they seemed to be in the past, okay? They were giving you quite something here in the past as well with the Six of Pentacles that makes you feel very happy, that makes you feel very elevated, that makes you giggle, that makes you have a little bit of a butterfly in your stomach. For some of you, there's something here about either the smell of their skin or their skin or their neck that you're really interested in. I don't know why I'm getting that, but there's something about that as well. It's very, I don't know, I just can sense it. But in the present moment, however, Taurus, you have the Ten of Swords and you also have the Queen of Swords in upright position. Things change now. You're no longer in that energy. I feel that at this present moment, the energy that you guys are in is very smart, is very calculative. I feel that you guys are really, really wanting to get better, especially in the future. I feel that in this present moment, you truly are freezing up all of your emotions here, and you're trying to think very, very strategically about what the future is going to look like for yourself. From their side, however, they have the Eight of Wands and they also have the Emperor. I feel that the interest here is still there from them, especially when it comes to sexual attraction. There's something here that this person is trying to communicate with you, but I feel that you have a bit of a problem when it comes to their authoritative nature or the way that they want to either take charge, they want to take control over you, and you're kind of like done with this kind of an energy. Because I feel that especially in the present moment, you've learned a lot. Through your experiences here, you've learned a lot, and you've learned a lot about, okay, it's one thing to get my heartbeat faster. It's one thing to feel as if like I'm flying into the moon, but there is the other thing, which is the world, which is the practicality of the relationship. Does this relationship practically make sense to me? Does our core values align with one another? Are we actually compatible? Now, in the future, you have the Five of Cups and you also have the Sun. Happy times is for you here in the future. We're going to clarify in a moment. From this person's side, they have the Temperance and they also have the Nine of Wands in upright position. I feel that this person never would have thought that you guys are finally going to ever be choosing yourself here with the Sun. We're going to clarify, yeah? Kind of like really want to get into it, but I don't want to talk too soon. Okay, let's clarify the Eight of Wands from their side. I know, right? It's just their actions or the way that they communicate or the way that they try to convey a message that doesn't sit very well with you. I feel that in this present moment, this person is playing a bit of a game, honey. Like I really wanted to avoid that word, but I can't. Because there's something here that they do deliberately that try to confuse the hell out of you. And why do they want to do it is so that you are going to be doing something towards them, or you're going to be chasing after them. So we're going to clarify what that is. Let's clarify the Ten of Swords from your side. So this Ten of Swords that you're feeling is not really hurt, but it's acceptance. It's accepting the fact that you're no longer willing to be put in a situation where you feel that you are always wondering if things are hidden, if there are things that just doesn't make you feel safe. If there is a booby trap here and there, you don't like it. I feel that you guys are after security and stability. You don't want games here. You don't want to be playing games. In Indonesia, we would call it like yang pasti-pasti aja, which means that you are only wanting to go after things that are certain. So let's clarify the Emperor from their side. You know what? I actually just realized that this person had an Ankh symbols in there. So some of you might be dealing with people who are of like a Middle Eastern descendants. But Emperor clarified by the Ten of Wands, the Devil, and also the Four of Wands in upright position. It's not as if like this person doesn't know what is it exactly that they need to be doing in order to make you be okay with them again. You're stubborn. Both of you are very stubborn. You want them. You're expecting them to do something about this connection, aren't you? You're expecting them either to be the one that returns, or you're expecting them to be the one that opens the lines of conversation, or to say sorry, to be apologetic about something. And they're like, I know Taurus want me to do that. But if I do that, that means that I'm giving up control. Let's clarify the future, love. Let's clarify the Five of Cups for your side. But you're dead set on the things that you're expecting, the standards that you have when it comes to the person that you're dealing with. The things that you're willing to tolerate, and the things that you're demanding to accept or to receive. And I feel that this is going to be communicated to them one way or the other. It could be communicated through you literally will be telling them, no, I don't want what we had. I don't accept you like this. What I want is this. Or it's just literally you putting your foot down and really not allowing this person to do anything that might impact you in the future. But you're ready to kick all of your cups of emotions for them to the curb, or to this hole. Now this person's side, they're hurt. Yeah, that's true. This person has a big ego, yeah? A very huge ego. Because it's very hard to communicate with them. It's very hard to express. There are people out there who every time you're like, yo, it doesn't feel quite right if we do it like this. How about la la? They would take it as if like you are offending them or you're attacking them. And instead of listening, they would be putting on a very defensive shield from the very beginning. And I feel that this is your person No matter what is it that you're trying to communicate with them, what is it going to be met? Page of Swords. No, that's not true. It's hard to talk to them because they're always on the fence. And talking to them will only drown out your voice because they just think that they're in the right. All the damn time. Let's clarify the Nine of Wands from their side in the future. Five of Wands. Others. Six of Wands. Clarify the Sun. No, this reading gives me a headache. I just got well from flu, you know, and this reading gives me a headache. But anyway, this person, so remember when I said, I feel that things that they're going to be doing is no longer going to be impacting you because you would have a set of standards or set of expectations, correct? With that being said, I feel that you would have the ability to filter out everything that this person is throwing at you or doing to you, whether explicitly or implicitly, and just focus on the things that just makes you feel happy, on the things that brings joy towards you with the Sun card here. So there's going to be some happy moments in the future, that's true, especially next week to come. But this person is not pleased with that, you know. You can't be happy without them. You just can't. They're refusing for this to end. They're refusing to listen to your point of view and what you want. Because they want it to be the way that they wanted it to be. This person has a huge ego, and sometimes it just stresses you out. Taurus, you gotta have to have that filter, you know, like whatever people are doing to me is none of my control. The only thing that I could control is my own emotions. Because if not, you're going to allow this person to actually ruin your mood. Because I see good things happening to you, and then I don't know what, this person just caused something that just ruins it. But it's something that is being done deliberately and intentionally by them because they are refusing for this to end. They're refusing to listen to you. They're refusing to let you go, and they're refusing you from ignoring them or from being happy without them. Anyway, let's pull some advice card for you guys. Seven of Wands, Knight of Pentacles, and also the Five of Swords in upright position. Seven of Wands talks about fighting back. You've been pushed into the corner so many times by this person, right? Your voice have never been heard. You've never been listened to, never seen. The way that people would treat us is the way that we establish our boundaries. I'm not sure if I've ever told you this story, but when I was in college, there was a friend of mine who has this standard that she would need to drink, and she can only drink from a very branded mineral water that we have in Indonesia, right? And at that time, a lot of people would talk shit about it, right? Like, ew, like she's such a brat, she's such a snob, she's like this. But when we went out camping to a small city, we made sure to buy a box of mineral water of that brand for her. So the way that we treat her is the way that she establish her standard, or she establishes her boundaries. You haven't been establishing your boundaries. You have never been heard. You've never been listened to. This person doesn't know nothing about it. And if you Probably, no, that's bullshit, and as I've told him, yeah, but their voice silenced yours. Their voice was bigger in their head than it is in yours. So you got to pick what to do in order for you to start fighting back or start establishing your boundaries, whether it's from explicitly or implicitly. Either you tell them to stop it, you can't do this to me no more, or you just cut this person off. Like, you don't have to say anything, but you're just like, whatever. The more that you're allowing this person to ruin your mood, the more that you're allowing this person to do all of these sort of stuff, the more they're just going to do it, honey. You gotta fight back. You gotta put a bit of a resistance here. Your journey is still a very long way to go. You got somebody here who's trying to drag you into the very place that you're not wanting to be in. When will you have the time to actually pursue the very thing that you deserve, the very thing that you want in your life, if you keep allowing this person to sidetrack you? The victory is going to be yours here, Taurus. The victory is going to be yours, but first, 7 of Wands, fight back. What? They do smear campaigns on you? You have two choices. Is either you clear the air, you pull out receipts to the people that this person is, spreading lies about, or you could just be silent about it. Okay, if you believe him or her, that means that you're not on my side anyway. Establish boundaries. Boundaries, okay? So, I think that is it for my reading for you here, Taurus. I hope that you find tons and tons of clarity that you guys been looking for, and I look forward to seeing you guys next week for another weekly reading. All right, bye-bye, guys. Have a great day. I love you.